You can make more money, get the raise, pick up extra hours, switch jobs, finally see a bigger number hit your account, and still feel the same pressure sitting on your chest. That is the part that confuses people. Because from the outside, more income is supposed to fix the problem. More money should mean more breathing room. More money should mean less stress. More money should mean you finally stop feeling like every paycheck is already spoken for before it even arrives. But then the raise comes, and somehow the pressure does not leave. It just changes shape. The bills get bigger, the expectations get louder, the lifestyle adjusts faster than your savings, the car gets nicer, the apartment gets better, the dinners feel more deserved, family starts assuming you have more room, debt feels easier to justify because now you can handle it, and before you even notice what happened, the bigger income starts living the same paycheck to paycheck life your smaller income had, just with better furniture, a nicer phone, a bigger car payment, and a more expensive version of the same stress. That is why making more money does not always fix the pressure, because money only creates freedom when there is structure around it. Without structure, income gets absorbed, not all at once, not dramatically, not in some reckless moment where everything falls apart. It disappears quietly. A small upgrade here, a new monthly payment there, a bigger apartment because you finally feel like you deserve better, a better car because you are tired of worrying about repairs, a vacation because you have been working non-stop, a few more subscriptions because they seem small, a few more meals out because time feels limited, a few more times saying yes because now it feels harder to say no, and each decision makes sense by itself. That is what makes it dangerous. Nothing looks irresponsible in the moment. You're not throwing money away. You're not buying yachts. You're not acting rich. You're just finally trying to feel like your hard work is showing up somewhere. And that is where the trap begins. Because when your income increases, life does not automatically get easier. Life starts asking for a bigger share. Rent suddenly feels like it should match your new level. The car you used to avoid now seems reasonable. The clothes you used to call expensive now feel like an investment in how people see you. The phone upgrade feels normal. The weekend spending feels earned. The groceries get less strict. The takeout becomes less guilty. The little luxuries stop feeling like luxuries. They start feeling like proof. Proof that you are doing better. Proof that the hard work is paying off. Proof that you are no longer where you used to be. But sometimes the proof becomes the pressure. Because now, you are not just paying for life. You are paying to maintain the image of progress. And that image can become expensive fast. You get paid more, but now your baseline costs more. And once your baseline gets higher, it does not feel like an upgrade anymore. It just feels normal. The nicer apartment becomes normal. The higher car payment becomes normal. The extra spending becomes normal. The bigger grocery bill becomes normal. The new monthly subscriptions become normal. The helping hand you give family becomes normal. The weekend spending becomes normal. And the raise that was supposed to create breathing room becomes the thing funding a more expensive version of your old life. That is why some people double their income and still feel trapped. Not because they are lazy, not because they are stupid, not because they are bad with money, but because their habits grew faster than their income did. And once habits grow first, freedom gets pushed further away. This is what nobody tells you about earning more. More money does not just give you more options. It gives you more ways to make permanent decisions with temporary excitement. You feel the raise before you build the system. You feel the relief before you protect the difference. You feel the upgrade before you secure the foundation. So instead of asking, how much of this new income should become future stability, life asks first, the landlord asks first, the dealership asks first, the credit card asks first, the family request asks first, the lifestyle asks first, and by the time your future gets a turn, there is barely anything left to give it. That is the hidden pattern. The problem is not just that people spend more when they earn more. The deeper problem is that higher income makes certain decisions feel harmless. A $60 dinner feels different when you earn more. A $300 payment feels different when the paycheck is bigger. A $1,500 rent increase feels easier to justify when you tell yourself you are growing. A new credit card balance feels less scary when your income makes it look manageable. But manageable is not the same as safe. That word tricks people because a payment can be manageable and still steal your flexibility. A lifestyle can be manageable and still trap you. A debt can be manageable and still delay your freedom. A rent increase can be manageable and still make your financial life more fragile. That is the part people miss. They ask, can I afford this? But the better question is, what does this take away from me? Does it take away my ability to save? Does it take away my ability to invest? Does it take away my ability to say no to a bad job? Does it take away my ability to help myself when life breaks something? Does it take away the gap between what I earn and what I need? Because that gap is where peace lives. That gap is where wealth starts. That gap is where options begin. And if every raise gets converted into another obligation, that gap never gets a chance to grow. You may earn more, but you do not feel freer, because every new dollar already has somewhere to go. And sometimes the pressure does not come from your spending. Sometimes it comes from what people expect from you once they think you are doing better. You get a better job, and suddenly you feel guilty saying you cannot help. You make more money, and people assume you are comfortable. You start improving, and now there is a quiet pressure to prove you have not forgotten anybody. And this is complicated, because helping people you love is not wrong. Wanting to support family is not wrong. Wanting to be generous is not wrong. But generosity without boundaries can become another bill. And when every increase in income becomes an increase in responsibility, you never actually feel the increase. You just feel more people depending on the same paycheck. This is why making more money can feel strange. You expected relief, but now you feel more visible, more responsible, more obligated, more afraid to fall backwards. The pressure changes from, I need more money, to, I cannot mess this up. And that pressure can push you into even more spending. Because when life feels heavy, spending can feel like the only immediate reward. You work harder, so you buy something to make the work feel worth it. You feel exhausted, so convenience becomes easier to justify. You feel behind, so you upgrade something visible. You feel pressure, so you spend for a small moment of relief. And slowly, the money that was supposed to reduce stress becomes the thing you use to cope with stress. That is how income gets absorbed, not just by bills, but by emotions, by expectations, by comparison, by fatigue, by the need to feel like your life is improving. And the scary part is, the more you earn, the easier it becomes to hide the leak. When you earn less, the leak is obvious. You feel it immediately. The account drops, the bill hurts, the mistake shows up fast. But when you earn more, the leak can stay hidden longer. You can carry more debt. You can afford bigger mistakes. You can delay the consequences. You can keep up the appearance. You can look stable while quietly becoming more financially fragile. That is why income alone is not protection. Income gives you fuel, but structure decides where that fuel goes. Without structure, more income just feeds whatever habits already control your money. If stress controls your money, more income feeds stress spending. If comparison controls your money, more income feeds lifestyle upgrades. If guilt controls your money, more income feeds endless giving. If debt controls your money, more income feeds bigger payments. If convenience controls your money, more income feeds a life that keeps getting more expensive to maintain. And this is why the first move after making more money should not be upgrading. It should be slowing down long enough to protect the increase. Because the most dangerous moment is not when you are broke. Sometimes the most dangerous moment is when you finally start earning more, but still think like someone who has been waiting years to breathe. That is when every upgrade feels justified. That is when every purchase feels overdue. That is when every yes feels harmless. That is when the old pressure uses new income to build a bigger cage. So the move is not to become cheap. It is not to punish yourself. It is not to pretend you did not work hard. The move is to decide what happens to the increase before life decides for you. When your income goes up, do not let the full raise enter your lifestyle immediately. Protect part of it first. If your paycheck increases by $500, do not let your lifestyle expand by $500. Move a piece into savings. Move a piece into investing. Move a piece toward debt. Move a piece toward an emergency fund, even if the amount feels small. Because the point is not just the money. The point is the pattern. You are teaching your income that every increase does not belong to the present. Some of it belongs to the version of you who is tired of starting over. That is how you begin to create breathing room. Not by waiting until life gets easier, but by protecting money before life gets louder. The second move is to question every new monthly payment harder than every one-time purchase, because one-time spending can hurt, but monthly payments quietly rewrite your future. A car payment, a phone payment, a furniture payment, a subscription, a gym membership you barely use, a buy now pay later plan, a credit card balance that refuses to leave. Each one becomes a small claim on money you have not even earned yet. And the more claims you allow, the less freedom your future paychecks have. This is how people make more but still feel tight. Their income rises once, but their obligations rise every month. And once those obligations become normal, they stop feeling like choices. They start feeling like life. The third move is to separate comfort from status, because there is a difference between improving your life and proving your life improved. A safer apartment may be worth it. Reliable transportation may be worth it. Better food, better health, better rest. Those things matter, but not every upgrade is about comfort. Some upgrades are about being seen. Some purchases are quiet announcements. Some decisions are made because you want your outside life to catch up with the person you are trying to become. And that is human. But it can get expensive. Because status has no finish line. There is always a nicer place, a newer car, a better phone, a cleaner apartment, a better outfit, a more impressive trip, a more polished version of success. And if you keep chasing proof, your income will always find a new costume to wear. The fourth move is to build a delay between earning more and spending more. Give yourself a waiting period, 30 days, 90 days, 6 months. Let the raise become normal before you attach new bills to it. Because when money first increases, your emotions are loud. Relief is loud. Excitement is loud. Exhaustion is loud. That feeling of finally is loud. But after a few months, you can see more clearly. You can ask, do I still want this upgrade? Will this make my life better or just more expensive? Am I buying peace or am I buying proof? Can I afford this? and still protect my future. That pause can save you from turning temporary excitement into permanent pressure. The fifth move is to give your money a clear order, not a complicated system, a simple order. First, protection, then obligations, then enjoyment, then upgrades. Most people reverse it. They upgrade first, enjoy first, handle obligations, and whatever is left is supposed to become savings, but there is usually nothing left. Not because they are careless, because unassigned money gets claimed fast. Money without direction becomes convenience. Money without direction becomes another meal out. Money without direction becomes a quick purchase. Money without direction becomes helping everybody else before helping your own future. So the order matters. Protection first, savings first, debt reduction first, investing first, emergency fund first, then life can touch the rest. That one shift can change everything, because now your future is not waiting for leftovers. Your future gets paid before your lifestyle expands. And this is where more money finally starts to feel different. Not because the number is bigger, but because the money has a job. The goal is not to earn more so you can spend without thinking. The goal is to earn more so your life becomes harder to shake. A car repair should not destroy you. A missed paycheck should not erase you. A family emergency should not force you into debt. A slow month should not make your whole life panic. That is what money is supposed to do. Not just make life look better. Make life less breakable. And that starts when you stop letting every raise become a new bill. It starts when you stop confusing higher income with higher freedom. It starts when you stop measuring progress by how much more you can afford and start measuring it by how much less pressure your money creates. Because there are people making more than they ever have who still cannot breathe. And there are people who do not make massive incomes, but they are slowly becoming harder to control because they protect the gap. They keep their obligations lower than their ego wants. They let their lifestyle grow slowly. They save before they upgrade. They invest before they impress. They build quiet stability while other people build expensive pressure. That is the difference. More money can help, but only if it does not get swallowed by the same patterns that made less money feel impossible. A bigger paycheck is powerful, but only when some of it survives. A raise is powerful, but only when it creates space. A higher income is powerful, but only when it gives your future more control than your lifestyle. So if you're making more money and still feeling pressure, do not just ask where the money went. Ask what grew faster than your income. Was it your bills, your rent, your car payment, your debt, your lifestyle, your guilt, your expectations, your need to finally feel rewarded? Because once you see what is absorbing the increase, you can stop calling it just life. You can start calling it a pattern. And patterns can be changed. You do not need to reject comfort. You do not need to live miserable. You do not need to feel guilty for wanting better. But you do need to protect the part of your income that is supposed to make life lighter. Because if you do not protect it, life will spend it for you. And one day, you can wake up earning more than you ever thought you would, while still feeling like the next paycheck is the only thing holding everything together. That is not freedom. That is a more expensive version of pressure. The goal is not to make more money, just so more money can disappear. The goal is to make more money and keep enough of it alive to change your life. Because more income does not fix the pressure by itself. Structure does. And once your money has structure, a raise stops becoming another lifestyle upgrade and starts becoming something much more powerful, a way out. If this made you look at money differently, subscribe to Fiscal Sense, because the goal is not to look rich. The goal is to stop being financially easy to break.